First off, I just want to acknowledge that burnout is a real thing. And I know a lot of people out there think, oh, yeah, I can just, muscle my way through it. I can be like David Goggins and just, just be gritty AF and just, But, like, it's not true. Like, you hit burnout, and burnout is literally like where you don't find any enjoyment in running. You don't want to go out there. And even if you do, you like are just running a mile or two super slow. Yeah, burnout is real and it is very easy. I see a lot of high school runners and even collegiate runners fall into this trap of just thinking I have to do this, do this, do this. I have to impress everybody. And, there's just so much stuff that can go into burning yourself out. I'd say the main reason I got burnt out from running was due to my ego. I came into the summer and I was like, I'm running 60 miles every week and run 7:20 pace for every run. And, I was able to do that for a few weeks. But, once we started, throwing some workouts in there, I just, my body physically couldn't keep up. Now, I wasn't sleeping super well and I wasn't eating super well either, but my expectation was up here. My performance was woo woo because I wasn't taking care of myself good enough. But yeah, when I started struggling is when, I started to feel burnt out because running just isn't really fun for me if I'm not seeing the results. There's a difference between, oh, I had a bad day, a bad workout, but I'll be back tomorrow and I'll try again tomorrow. Then, it's been a week. I've had a bunch of bad runs. I'm running super slow. I'm tired and I have no idea why. That's pretty bad burnout right there. I just have a few thoughts that might help you if you're dealing with burnout as a runner, that might help you push through and get back to normal training. I'll start off with this: patience plus consistency. So they really go together. I think patience and consistency is like a yin yang, or no, yin yang is two opposite things. It's patience and consistency are two ingredients to the pie. You need both of them to, apart from each other, they're all right, but you need both of them together to make a nice, delicious pie. And that's my pie, is patience plus consistency. First and foremost, always. And if you can be strict with yourself on being patient and just saying, yeah, I suck right now, but I'll get better if I'm patient, and consistent to be like, oh, I feel really good. I can do 70 miles this week, but I'm going to hold back because I want to stay consistent and I want to run 60 miles next week instead of being super tired and running 50 miles. That's my first long-winded tip. My second tip, honestly, I know part of the reason I was doing this is because I wanted people to, look at my Strava and be like, oh wow, he's so fast, he's doing so good. But really, this point has come home. It's hit home a lot in the recent days. And it's just that no one cares, right? I could run a marathon at 5 minute mile pace and no one would care. I mean, maybe they would, but because that's actually kind of cool. But uh, yeah, no one cares about my long runs at like 7 minute pace. No one's looking at my weekly mileage. In fact, the only person that cares about that is me. And I'm not gonna like impress any girls with my mileage or how fast I run my runs. It's just gonna drive you crazy if you're looking for that validation. If you're trying to find that validation by going faster, it literally, it's been proven scientifically and from my experience that it does not work. So just run slow on the easy days, have fun with running still. I mean, train hard, do your workouts right, and don't do more than you have to, but do enough where you feel full and you feel like you're doing as much as you can, but within parameters you set for yourself. So you don't go over the limit and burn yourself out. Another thing I'd say is remember to have fun. Like, don't take running too seriously. It's a sport, but I think when running was invented, it was meant to be simple because you literally just run, you do your core, you go to bed, you eat, you drink, you poop. Like, it's not that like difficult. Running just takes up a small fraction of our day, our 24 hours in a day. And if you're going to spend even an hour on something, I suggest you just have fun with it, or you try to. I think that's very important with anything you dedicate your time to in life. And if you dedicate like an hour a day to this, you're going to dedicate over 360 hours, which is like 2, 3 something weeks of your life a year. So if you're gonna do that, you better have fun doing it. And the last tip I would give is for the type A people like me who want to get after it every single day and just want to, you know, pursue their goals to the highest ability and have a tendency to overtrain and overthink and all that. What I would tell you is don't be afraid to take an off day if you feel like you are just so mentally overwhelmed, so physically exhausted and tired. Like, I tell myself this lie all the time. Like, you're gonna lose fitness, you're gonna fall behind if you are not training. And that's not really true. You don't really lose fitness just by taking a day off of running, right? But I think a way you can avoid this is just by being patient and consistent, which is understandably hard for someone like me or possibly you. But I think understanding your boundaries, understanding this is when I stop, this is when I go, and this is when I need a break, and sometimes I just need to stop and just drop running completely and ignore it for the weekend, or at the end of the season I need to take 2 weeks off of running. This stuff is really important, not just for the short term of relaxing and recovering, but also the long term. Like, you need this brain, you need this mind in order to run fast. It sounds silly, right? Like, my body's what makes me fast, but no, it's your mind. It's your mind controls your body, so your mind's gonna be the one that helps your body get through those tough days, and that's gonna be the one that helps you get out of bed when you don't really want to get out of bed, but you really should get out of bed. You need your mind in a good place. You need to treat it like your physical health, right? Would you run through an injury? Like, if you have a stress fracture and your foot snapped in half, you definitely wouldn't. Now, that's a very extreme example. Hopefully you don't have to take weeks to months off because your mental health is so bad. But if you notice it one day, like you notice, oh, something's feeling off, I shouldn't run on this, give it that same attitude. Give that same attitude to your mental health. And just be like, yeah, mine's not feeling right today. I can take a day off. And it's summertime. Like, who's going to judge you? Your coach isn't yapping at your back. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine if you take a day off, a weekend off. Anything over a week, like 4 days is where I get a little antsy. I think over a week is when you start to lose fitness, but just be okay. Just be okay with yourself. And something I'm working on too. I think if you are okay with taking a break and okay with stopping, I think that can really help you avoid burnout. Yeah, I hope some of this stuff made sense to you. If not, you could always ask a question in the comments, ask me to clarify what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm feeling less burnt out now. I'm feeling excited again. I'm feeling reinvigorated. I feel like a new man. Like, I'm gonna go out there and slay all the baddies and just run crazy times this year. You already know if you're watching this. So yeah, I mean, that's about it.